All right. Am I making noise? Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. All right, so I'm up and running, but I don't see my chats. I don't even know if I'm up and running. No, that was all right. Yeah, all right. I'm streaming. No, I like streaming, 'cause streaming can make you mine. So, where are the chats? How did I do that yesterday? There's my chat. Hey, good morning, Mr. Williams. Thanks for joining me, buddy. Cool. I'm just messing with some of the settings to get accustomed to it, so hopefully I could have a nice, smooth transition or broadcast. So I'm looking at the ES right now in the futures, and we're about a half hour away, so no big whoop. But I see a reverse microtrend on the 230s, a bearish reverse microtrend. So I'm kind of feeling rather bearish about this market. I know we're up 16, but we're getting set to break that reverse microtrend. And that's usually a pretty good move. So I'm thinking we're going to see about 4,000 today. Spidey Cool, what's up, buddy? Thanks for coming back. What's up, Anthony? Yo, rise and shine. Somebody got the crust out of their eyes. Wakey, wakey, hands off snaky. That's it. That's how you do it. So, so again, I'm looking at the 240s, and that's looking rather bearish to me. So, and the market has come down a tad. A tad. I saw it up considerable, I think about 40 points more this morning. So, oh man, it's hot as a June bride. Yeah, man, we're down at 15. It looks like we're trending downward. I'm going to have that bearish bias. And that would work for me, man, because I've got some bearish positions that I'd love to roll out of today. If I could get a max profit out of it. Yo, I can't wait until I get some of these plans done, so I got so much more stuff I could share with everybody. Make the money. But right now, we'll just focus on directional trades. Hey, everybody, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. Yo, anything you could throw in that chat goes a long way towards my algorithm. So chat me up. Anything you want me to look at first thing in the morning, is cool. I will do it. We have time. If we're stuck in a trade, then obviously I can't attend to questions. But right now, I mean, all we're really worried about. What are we worried about? The Fed did his talk. I didn't really hear anything about it. Red Book, year over year, and it's up. I mean, I don't know the four. No. They came in. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, it's up over previous year. So anyway, the Red Book is same store sales and growth year after year, and it's actually up. The economy's actually growing, based on the Red Book. So an interesting circumstance or situation. Wow, I have a false shirt on. I just knocked out 100 push-ups and I'm sweating my balls off. I'm not going to watch my mouth either. I don't know what it's going to do to the algorithms, but I gotta be me. Yeah, that's a drag right there. Well, not a drag, but I mean, it's nice for the economy. It shows that people are still spending money. We have the power to get through this bullshit that we're going through, this economic bullshit we're going through. It's just, what fears that's going to throw on the market, because they're going to think that the Fed's going to overdo it. And let me tell you something, man. The Feds are steady as they come. And if they say we're going through a lot of pain and we got to do all this shit, it doesn't matter, because, they'll also say it's data dependent. And if the data says one thing, they're going to do what the data says, or respond to the data. So all these speeches and lectures, it's just bullshit. Just look at the market. If what they're doing is really contrary to what you're seeing around you, then it helps guide your long-term investments. As far as daily, it doesn't matter. I mean, what they say is going to be the catalyst. We don't care if it goes one way or the other. We just want it to move aggressively and consistently, as opposed to chopping around. On a long-term view, I look around. I see gas coming down. I see oil coming down. I see food prices starting to stabilize. I see we're at a turning point. I mean, I don't think it's blue skies from here, but in addition to seeing all that shit coming down, I see things like the Red Book, which shows that same store sales year after year have actually grown throughout all of this bullshit. And that's encouraging to me. It shows strength. I mean, let's slow the growth down. I'd like to see a quarter where it's equal. We'll probably even see a quarter where it recedes a bit, but still a lot of strength. I'm happy. Home prices came in less than expected, which is a good thing. I explained that in my video. They destroy the growth of home prices. More people own homes than stock, so this is a major contributor to the U.S. disposable income. People kind of use their homes as ATM machines, which that's not really. It has a lot of negative connotations because of the financial debacle in '07, but the truth of the matter is that a lot of people use it responsibly and refinance their homes and put their kids through college, and you even use it to vacation, and that's good. An investment in your mental health is a good idea. And they have a balanced budget, and they can pay out these loans, and they enjoy life and can spread out the expense of living well based on their investment in their home. So when they raise the interest rates and home prices stop growing, that's an appreciation of their capital that they're not getting, and they don't get to pull the equity off the home, slows down the economy a little bit. So watching that, these home prices or these reports, the index month over month receded more than expected. The year over years, more than expected. So it's good stuff, baby. It's good stuff. I like what I'm seeing. I think it's going the right way. And now you get all these Monday night quarterbacks talking about how the Fed fucked up and they didn't, they missed the cue. Yeah, you know what? That's easily said. I mean, the Feds are looking at situations that are absolutely new to them. I looked at it and said, okay, there's a big argument for I'm sorry, I'm doing something and talking. there's a big argument for inflation being transitory. And I think that that it was a good call. I mean, I think I would have taken the same position. And it's easy to say afterward that it didn't work, or they made a mistake, or it's not it's not that they fucked up. I'm trying to do something else and talk to you guys at the same time. So buttons. I'm just trying to get something up and running. I guess I should have done this before I started the broadcast. But here we are, dealing with my incompetence. All right, so I like what the Fed's doing. That's the short of the long. I like what the Fed's doing. I like the steps they're taking. I'm feeling good about it. I feel good about what's going on around me. And I think that that's how everybody should invest for the long term. So I'm trying to just hook up some Bluetooth headphones so that I could monitor a few things at the same time. And I'm doing it unsuccessfully. Really shitty product. Lenovo. I really don't like them. I had another brand that I like. They hooked up quickly, but they didn't last very long. You know, and I'm like opposed to spending hundreds of dollars on headphones, especially earbuds, because I sneeze and these things fly out of my ears. You know, even when I chew, like if I'm eating something and I have these in, they always work their way out. Yesterday they hooked up 1, 2, 3. I'm doing the same exact thing. And they're not hooking up. It's telling me it's looking for the device. I see the device looking for the headphone. No connect. I think I'm going to have to delete that and start again. So that's it. Everybody's just going to wish me a good morning, and there's no further chit-chat. So what else? Consumer confidence hasn't come out yet. That's around 10 a.m. The JOLTS report. That's important. So that's how many job openings there are and labor turnover. So basically, how many workers are hired, fired, quit, or split for some other reason. And that's going to be an interesting number. You see down there's JOLTS quits, and then we got another Fed talking at 11 o'clock. So there's always something going on. Yeah, this fucking thing is not hooking up. Bloop, there goes my algorithms. Well, you know what? I have all my videos tagged not for children. So I guess I should have them tagged not for children and Christians. All right, so let's look at, I mean, there's really nothing going on here. I'm going to remove this device. And then let's put this biatch back in the case to reset it. See if we can get this thing happening over here. Keep grabbing the wrong mouse. Oh, it's such a drag. This is actually, it's an old server that I'm trying to hook up to, and I'm sure the technology is just hurting. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I saw that thing move. Spidey Cool, good morning. So as I said before, I was looking at the 240s on the future, which I can't get on this screen. And we're looking at a reverse microtrend. Okay, everything's freezing over here. Yep, it's this software. such a pain. Where's the reversal pattern on ES? It's not a reversal pattern. It's a reverse micro trend. And I'm looking at a 240 chart. Actually, you know what? I could probably demonstrate it on this chart over here. Hold on 1 second. Still trying to get that Bluetooth. Okay. So let's shut this bitch off. Turn it back on. Yo, it's pretty hot today, man. Up in the mountains. I mean, it's almost 80 degrees. You really don't see that. So let that stew. And I want to take here. I'm going to show you the reverse microtrend pattern. I know we're a little behind on the chats, but we're going to work on that too. We could probably demonstrate it. This is delayed, this software, because I don't trade my futures in this account or these accounts. Time frame. I'm just setting up the chart right now. Yeah, I'm still not getting... Yo, this is a drag, man, a drag. That was my bad. I forgot all about this. But, you know, I'm still getting in the rhythm. So here we go. Here's the S. Here's the reverse microtrend I'm looking at on the 240 chart. So it goes basically like that. You could even argue that it's a bear flag, but I'm seeing a few, and the time on this, because it's delayed, is off. So it looks, if you're looking at a proper chart, it looks a little more agreeable. But that's the reverse microtrend I'm looking at right there. Ta-da! So I'm feeling bullish, man. I know the market's up, but I'm feeling bullish on the S&P. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm not getting into a bullish position right now. I'm going to need to see a move or a break. But yeah, we'll make that trade on the S&P. Oh yeah, man. I've been on Windows 11 for quite some time. I don't think the server is on 11. Yeah, I think I'm having a software issue because now I can't even find Bluetooth in other devices. I don't even see the Bluetooth on-off button. Yep, my Bluetooth isn't even on. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to reboot that whole unit. All right, that's not going to affect the stream, so I could do that other than distracting me. Let's just have a go with that, shall we? How much time do we have? We got 10 minutes. All right, we can log that out. We'll restart that, and we'll see what we look like. Windows 11, I haven't yet. I'm scared. Oh no, man, I love it. I love Windows 11. The overnight at least went above previous day's high. Yeah, we could revisit that. We could revisit that overnight. Doesn't necessarily have to happen. I don't know. I'm just feeling a little bearish. Oh, I'm going to wrap this thing up at 11:30 today. I got a conference at 11:30, so I'm going to roll out of this and roll into that. So, yeah, we won't make it to 12. Oh, wow. Actually, I have two conferences today. Busy, busy, busy. Got my buddy Woo taking care of my personal business. Or my business, not really my personal, but getting some of the team together. Morning, morning, morning. What's happening now? What I miss? Where is the reversal pattern on ES? Did you make a switch to 11? I haven't yet. The overnight lows. All right, cool. I'm up to date, man. Nothing interesting happening. So, so spread the word. Spread the word. How about shameless plug? Subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. All your comments and chats are greatly appreciated. And there's some links downstairs if you want to help support the channel. Buy me a beer. I appreciate it. So the big issue this week is non-farm payroll at the end of the week, and a lot of traders are on vacation. And the feel of the market yesterday was very algorithm oriented, where you get these quick triggers and then they returned right away and things like that. And even the response to the Fed to Powell seemed very algorithm oriented, and so I don't have a lot of confidence, and I would recommend that everybody just trade light this week, and let's see what next week really holds. It should everything should start picking up next week, and I think the overall feel is that the bottom is in the market, unless there's some crazy catalyst. I mean, we have these geopolitical risks, and that's what I see. Europe is going to have a hard time. The U.S. is the place to be. That's because Europe didn't heed the word of Trump. This is what I love too, man. Everybody's like, he's such an asshole, which, personality-wise, is an asshole. But the guy's a street guy, you know what I'm saying? And I think that makes a really good businessman. And he was talking about how beholding that Europe was to Russia, and that they have themselves in this position. And he was talking about that throughout his whole presidency. So you're talking 2016. He's given them a heads up, and they did nothing about it. Very unfortunate. 15-minute chart. Yeah, I don't really look at a 15-minute chart. You have a trend line going, looks down, it's gonna touch that trend line. Okay. I don't really trade off the 15-minute, but yeah, I'm bearish, so that would infer that the market go down. Or would it imply? I always have difficulty determining which one. You know what? Before I open that up, I'm going to try one more time. There's my Bluetooth. I'm going to try one more time to get these damn earbuds going. Yesterday was just a beautiful day. But, Mercury is retrograde. So technology is going to be a bitch. That's on. Oh, found it. All right. All right, all right, all right. I wonder if my trading software is kind of interfering with that. With my earbuds. So we're going to just put one in. Keep the other one charging because it gets me halfway through the broadcast. Everything's coming up roses. Infer. Spidey cool, you're bullish. All right, man. Well, yeah, you know what? That should be your bias, and that's where you probably put your heaviest trades. But keep an open mind. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have a bearish bias, but I'm watching the market. If the market turns around, I'm ready to go the other way. I don't sit there and try to be right. Yeah, you know, I say, okay, yeah, you know, this is giving me a bullish signal, and I'm taking this trade. But I might trade a little lighter because my bias is the other way. Is bearish. But yeah, you know what? You got to look at the market. So back it up, Spidey cool. Why are you bullish? What is telling you to be bullish? Back it up, son. Back it up. We may just chop around today and then set up a bear flag on the daily. I'm still waiting on you, Spidey. Yeah, I know I'm about 4 or 5 minutes behind. That's a drag. That's such a drag. We need some real-time communication. Who would trust Russia for anything? The Europeans. Retracement not finished yet. Yeah, you know what? These are just opinions. I mean, I want, give me some technical support. I mean, I'm bearish because I'm seeing a reverse microtrend. And if it breaks a line, it's going to continue down. And reverse microtrends probably have a 75 to 80% probability, Or I'm bearish because I'm looking at a daily chart right now where today, if we just chop around today and the highs and lows don't change, we're establishing a bear flag. And bear flags have about an 80% probability on them. So the retracement, the retracement has not finished yet. I mean, that's an opinion. But it's not steeped in fact. Now, I use Fibonacci all the time, and I believe in the 50% retracement, but I take my action when it hits the 50% retracement. I don't think that the Fib is dictating that it's going to make that. Because you could see a 23% and retracement and then turns around to make a double bottom, right? And that's a solid double bottom. Or it could go 33% turn around and make a double bottom. And that's a solid double bottom. Or it could retrace 38% and then make a bottom. And a lot of traders don't consider that a double bottom. It's a whole new bottom. So there's a lot of action that could go on before we see a 50% retracement. I base it on some fibs and previous levels. I actually have a swing bearish position open on MU. Yo, you're getting fancy, Tommy. Fancy. Where do you see that micro trend? I see a reverse micro trend on the 240s. And the chart that I used is not a good... I don't have futures data, so it's delayed. It's just not cool. Also, uptrend on from Monday. Okay, so I'm looking at the daily. Yeah, you're right. There's an uptrend. All right, party started. We're up and we're fair value. Oh man, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. No, this is not good. I came into this half-assed today. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. All right. I want to see this 30-minute chart, 30-second chart. Think. Yeah, boy. All right, that's a nice hammer. Yeah, I'm looking at those ES daily bars, and yeah, there's 3 days of an uptrend with all topping tails, and again, that's building the bear flag. I would argue. Oh, cool. Those charts are all set, right? Good time frames. All right, I'm in it to win it, baby. Yeah, I'm looking to take the break of this low. Oh, I'm in. Oh, I'm in. Come on. Oh, I'm taking. No, I'm not taking one off yet. Come on. Oh, I'm taking one off. Oh, fuck me. Come on. Yeah, boy. All right, I got one off, and I'm moving to a break even. It's a little too whippy right now. We might rebound off of this these moving averages. So I got $100 on my first unit, $100 a contract. And oh. Come on. Ah, you fucker. No, don't do it. 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 Ah, I'm out on the second and third at a break even. All right, picked up 100. I just wasn't quick enough. I'm just not on my game right now. But I was hoping. I mean, that hit my target for the second. Oh, yeah. I think we're just going to chop around from here. Although the gap close should be down around here. Nah, that's beyond my rules, baby. I'm not going to hold it. It's about the long game, kid, and probabilities. Yeah, see, already this looks like a choppy day. Dow's up 6. Composite is just broke to a new high, but it looks like it's rolling over. Yeah, choppy day. All right, so the 30-second chart is in a downtrend. Crazy choppy. So I'm going to go up a time frame and just look at the 1 minute. Also in a downtrend. Let's take a look at this 5 minute. Fair value, putting in a hammer. Maybe I'll wait on that 5 minute or a tombstone. I'll wait on that. So I'm going to put a trend line right in, not a trend line. I want to put a horizontal line, a resistance right in there. And I think I'm going to watch that for the upside. But, I mean, we're only 5 minutes in the game. Try to get a feel for what's going on. This guy. Also uptrend. Okay, hold it. All right. Well, all right. So we got one trade off. We're up $100 a contract. Woo! I guess it beats a poke in the eye. What's my 30-minute look like? My 30 minutes an inside bar. And I am getting a inflection on my histogram, which I'm going to move that chart over and talk about that a little bit. So I'm looking at this 30-minute chart right here. And if you look at the histogram, let's get this big bad boy a little bigger. If you look at the histogram, you could see that it started to retrace, and now it's becoming bullish again. Although, I mean, we have 23 minutes in this, it could all turn around. But so I'm watching that. I'm going to watch how that bar closes. This is an inside bar. It's not doing anything. So if it trades here for the next half hour, we could take a break one way or the other if we're looking at that. With the lack of momentum, I probably wouldn't trade that because that setup's not that. It's not an A+ setup. I think today may be a sit on your hands kind of day. What does the day look like? The day. Yeah, we're still overextended on the dailies. I mean, slightly overextended. It's an inside bar. Probably going to remain an inside bar on the dailies and not really move. I mean, 60 minutes inside bar, 30 minutes inside bar. Chop, 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 chop. Trying to get into a rhythm, get those morning meetings out, and then knock out a workout before I stream because my afternoons are tied up with other business. So hectic, but I'm enjoying it. See if I could severe for the whole winter into next spring. So I'm thinking, normally I don't sail around the Northeast, but I'm thinking I'm going to hustle my boat up here and spend the summer up here on the boat. Maybe not so much in the mountains. Go into Maine. I love being around Maine. Anybody hanging out in Maine right now? Mount Desert. I'll poach some lobster boxes. No, I'm kidding. I won't do that. Look at this, man. Just choppy market, bro. Sit on your hands kind of day. Yo, give me something to rant about. What do we bitch about? Let's bitch about China. Let's bitch about the U.S. fueling China. Should we bitch about that? Yes, bitch about that. Okay, that's what you guys got to write in complete sentences. There's 4 minutes. I mean, yeah, I'm a simple animal. Within a couple of minutes, I've forgotten what I said already. So, yeah, like yes, bitch about that. All right. So the Russell is actually pushing down, and that's giving me an indication that this is going to be a down day. Composite just broke the low of the day, and it looks like it's making a move to fill that gap. There goes that move that I was looking for in the S&P, and I didn't take that break. I was actually looking around at other things. I missed it. See, that's a problem when you get distracted. You got to stare at the fucking screen. Yep, and it retraces. Look at that. I'm glad I didn't take that trade. It's just too choppy, man. That aggravates me. I don't want to have to work this hard for my money. I work hard for my money. We only have 200 letters. WTF, where people thinking electing MTG. Yeah, that daily looks, well, okay, it's too soon to say. I don't want to say that. I'm looking at the daily saying, oh, it looks like it's setting up a bear flag. It actually, if we break yesterday's low today, we trigger a bear flag on the daily futures. Even the S&P daily would trigger a bear flag. Well, no, it wouldn't. I'm sorry. It would not a legitimate bear flag. Herschel Walker. Yeah, I'd rather a rock. So we're putting in some bottoming tails on that 5-minute chart. We're halfway through this bar. We're only in the market for 15 minutes, and we're up $100. See that even that break again didn't really produce anything. It's chopping back. Too choppy, too choppy, too choppy. Composites pushing down again. Should be dragging the S&P down some more. I might be playing the long game here today and maybe wait for that trigger of the bear flag. On the daily, which is really another 20 points down from here. She's coming. She's coming. All right, so the S&P just closed. Not the S&P. The Nasdaq just filled the gap. Russell's looking negative. The Dow's the only thing that's up. All the gaps are filled though, so this is the point. That daily looks kind of ugly. What are we looking at on that 30? That 30 is looking kind of ugly. We just dipped into negative territory on the S&P. So what are we feeling? Do we get a little retrace? 4210. S&P, Herschel, I'm still holding, getting out here. Record 12. Where is the girl from the thumbnail? I'm the girl. She's the host. Just manly voice. She's dope, I swear. Yeah, come for the boobs, stay for the brains. You gotta get past that manly voice, though. Yo, seriously, Dave, why did you not hold your short there? Serious question. Just because that's my program. It trades back. It whacks me out, and it's choppy because of the environment that it's in. Meaning that we have non-farm payroll at the end of the month, and there's not a lot of volume on the trade. So normally, when it whips back like that, it's going to run the other way, and I just don't take the risk. I'm not taking the gamble. As in the long run, I may have missed out on this move, but ultimately, I've saved myself a lot of hurt and make more money. I mean, so, you stick to your rules. And that's why a lot of people drop their stops, because they get whacked out of what could have been a winning trade. Now, I made money. I'm up $100 a contract. So I really can't cry about it. And I took that protection. If I were to break that rule, then eventually I'm going to get hurt. And that's how you get into the I'll hold it here, and you take a little more of a loss and a little more of a loss. And you know what? You get in a trade, you figure out what your risk is, what your exposure is going to be, and that's the extent of it. You don't take on any more exposure. If you take on more exposure, but the trade worked out, it's still a bad trade, because eventually that shit is going to smack you in the head. So I held the short because I didn't get to break even. I was scared it was going to hit my stop. But in the end, I made more money. Okay, so you know where you chose your stop was a good spot. That's good. As long as you don't pull your stops, that's fine. And I mean, it ran, and I got my one off. And instead of mitigating the loss, I went right to break even, because it's a choppy market, and I'm comfortable with that. And I knew that this could be the situation. So I mean, look, it's dropping down aggressively now, but now it's turning around and popping back up. So it's a difficult thing. It's a difficult thing. But I'm happy. I mean, I know this is what this market is. There's plenty of trades out there. I'm going to take another one down the line, and that one will probably prove to be extremely profitable. But the name of the game is don't have the blow up days. You know. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, again, the name of the game is don't have the blow up days, and yeah, that's our goal. That's what we're trying to do here, not have those blow up days. I got 25s, I got 35s. Yeah, I'm not throwing another one on for this. I don't like it. I don't like the risk. I'll pass on that. Although I am feeling that fucking 4,000. Nah, that's all right. That's what I should be doing. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. I'm trying to work something out, but it's good company. Try to remember the 8th of September. Let's get that chat up again. I dropped the chat. Right, I totally agree. I've had to refine myself because I'd be killed by 1,000 cuts, small cuts. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the other end. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, you got to find that happy medium right there, and what you're doing. Also, it's other streams of revenue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing income trades. I trade on earnings. Take different positions on earnings expectations, shit like that. So, and then I have long term portfolios that are generating, right? So you're kind of looking at it as one monster. So how much risk do I really want on my directionals? This is like, my mad money. It's not, this sort of trading doesn't really change my wealth. It just, it covers my bills and, lets me go out and party and shit like that. And, my wealth is built in another arena. So I'm not as eager on each trade as a lot of traders are. And that's really where you got to get to. You can't make a living at trading until trading is really just passive income. So even the risks, like I have defined risks for each day, how much money I'm willing to lose each day, how much money I'm willing to lose each week, how much money I'm willing to lose each month. And if I ever hit those triggers, I stop. If I lose my stated amount today, I don't sit there and say, oh, I got to make it back. I got to make it back. That's an indication to me that the day's just not gelling for me, and I'm going to kick back and I'll try again tomorrow. If tomorrow I'm losing again and I end up hitting my weekly loss target, then I'm done for the fucking week. And same for the month. If I'm done, if I hit a monthly loss target, I'm done for the month, and I don't trade until next month, and that's it. That's how you work it out. You manage your risk. That's where you got to be to make money. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I'm not hanging into a trade hoping it's going to work out in a choppy market, especially. It protects you. And that's the problem. The problem is that quite often it knocks people out of a trade. Like they put in their stops, it knocks them out of a trade, and they're like, "Fuck, I would have made money. I would have made money. I would have made money." And they can do that 3 times in a row, and then they'll say, "Fuck it, I'm pulling my stop, or I'm moving my stop." And those are the blow up days, because when you start moving your stop's there to protect you. Market goes the wrong way, you're not protected. And when the market goes the wrong way on you, I mean, I don't know any trader who doesn't have that story to tell. I mean, if you pull your stops, the market goes the wrong way, and it's devastating. People blow up their accounts. I am looking at this daily flag, and I'll probably take this. $15.50 I'm looking at on the futures. We'll see how this fucking lays out. Got 23 to, it's like 37 cents. So 23. I mean, if I see a daily flag, that's going to be a longer move than the scalping trades. So that's yesterday's low, really. That's what I'm watching. That's what I'm hoping to get involved with. It looks like it's going to chop its way down there. All right, I'm going to leave this account alone. I think that account's all set up. I'm going to fuck with this account. So I'm looking for a break of yesterday's low. So, Spidey, you see what I'm saying? You trade the setups, and the probabilities. Now, I mean, right now, the bearish sentiment is looking right. So we'll see if we break the low. It could break the low and then reject it right there. And if that fails, that's a very bullish indication. So my sentiment would change at that point. But, that trend, micro trend reversal is a pretty powerful setup. And it could happen. And look, man, look how choppy this is. Chop, 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 chop. So, I mean, you can't even be confident in that bear flag on the daily. But that'll probably be a longer move than these smaller ones. Yeah, man. I got news for you, bro. I'm learning. So you made no errors, right? You went in with your bias of being bullish. The only way you would have fucked up is if you jumped a trade in anticipation of everything being bullish, right? So you go in and you say, my bias is bullish, blah, blah, blah. My bias is bullish, so you wait for that bullish move, right? So if we look at the 1 minute, Spidey, I hope you're paying attention, because these are some pearls of wisdom, which you better fucking donate $1. So we open up right here on the first minute, right? If you're trading the minute chart. So you say your bias is bullish, you could wait for a break of this high, right? You're like, all right, I break that fucking 1 minute high, I'm going long. And because you didn't jump the trade, you waited for a confirmation of the trade, you never would have gotten hurt. Hopefully you didn't get hurt today, but you never would have taken that bullish trade, and then you could keep an open mind and say, okay, that bullish never triggered, and I see a break at the bottom, and now, look, the momentum's fading off, this is all fading off. Now you can find an entry. Here's an entry. A break of the low is an entry. Here's an entry. So you allow your sentiment to fluctuate. So if your bias is bullish, you're waiting for this trade. You're probably waiting heavy, 30 contracts or what have you. But it goes the other way, and you say, all right, it's starting to look bearish. So I'm going to go, 6 contracts on the bearish. And you trade that bearish light, and you would have made some money. You dig? So don't be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I thought it was a bullish bias, and my bias should have been bearish. Because that's not the case. You look at it, you get that feeling. That's cool. Go with that. And I could see it. You could see like a little indication. Like if we break this, that's going to be a good move up, and that may happen. We may reject this this daily flag, and end up very bullish today. So, anything could happen. My mind's open to it. So your mind's got to be open to it. So right now, and again, look at what I did, right? So I went into the day, I said, my bias is bearish. I took a bearish trade, but it wasn't laying out how I expected, and I closed up my contracts. Now, my bias was bearish. I took a rather heavy trade. I made $100 a contract based on my units, how I trade. If you understand my units, that would have been enough money for a lot of people. Just getting that one off. I should have gotten that 2 off, but I just fucking missed it. I should have gotten 2 off, and that would have been thank you. That would have been a really nice trade, even if I got the 2 units off. So and yet, look, my bias is correct, right? But because of the choppy day and my rules, I didn't get to really enjoy that whole fucking move. But that's okay. Again, I'm watching the longer move, which will be a break of yesterday's low. I've got my lines in. I'm all set up. I'm waiting for that. I'll hang out. I'll sit on my hands and wait for that move. Maybe I'll see something when we get close to that move, and I'll take it. Know what I mean? I'll see something on a shorter time frame, and I was looking at the 1 minute, and I'm clocking it on the 1 minute. I thought I put the horizontal line in. Nope. Get down on it. Get down on it. There we go. So now I've got my resistance on yesterday's low. Actually, it's not even fucking there. There we go. There we go. There we go. So 1742 is my trigger. That's the trade I'm taking today. I'm looking for the long move. If I see a flag going into that support line, then I'll probably take that flag and maybe get in a little early. But that's it. I'm waiting on that trade today. It's a choppy day. So just understand too, when you're trading short time trade time frame charts, the moves are going to be shorter. The higher the time frame chart, the longer the move. So I'm waiting on a daily chart, but I'll get in on the 1 minute. I'll find an entry on the 1 minute. But if that daily executes, it should be a good long move, you know, and it should be a rather viable move. So at the very least, I'm looking for 10 points on that trade. I haven't had a trade go a straight 10 points. You know, there's no setup that went a straight 10 points. Every setup would come back and whack you out because the market's so choppy. Actually, this 5 minute right here was, that was the morning into the day. So there's no test of a low. There was nothing there I would have taken really on the 5 minute. Getting a retrace again. So you are not willing to let a single contract go into negative, like a certain amount, like $100 or so. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I'll do that. Like, let's say, okay, I got 3 units on. It takes off. I knock off 1 unit. I may leave my stop. Now if I get stopped out and my other 2 units are at a loss, maybe I'll be down half of my initial risk. Or I might mitigate my risk. If my risk is $200 a contract and I get one off, I might drop it to $100 a contract. Or if it's running and everything's looking negative and I see a really long move coming on a higher chart, I may risk all of my profits, or plus $100. But the momentum's not there in the market now. This is a conservative week for me. There's nobody trading. It's not moving out. I mean, 2 weeks ago, a trade triggered and the fucking thing just fell out of bed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like even my one-offs were like $400 or $500 a contract. My first targets were very aggressive. So a different animal. I'll even I don't like profitable trades turning into a negative trade. You don't want to lose money on a trade you're already making money. I mean, that's just a bad practice. So I try not to do that often. But I mean, there are times where it's appropriate in the market based on the technicals that you do that. And we're getting to our point here. And the momentum looks very bearish across the board. I think 4,000 is a layup. There we go, fellas. So I'm taking one off here. And I'm moving to a break even. My break even is 20. I'm watching for that flag. So like right now, yeah, I'm moving everything to a break even because I'm expecting a chop on the market. All right, so you are calculating your risk. You're letting each contract go $100 negative. I mean, a number is a hard thing to do. I look at the pattern, and my initial stop loss is based on the pattern. You know, I'm going to take another one off right here because my 5 minute is getting overextended, and we're going to play with the bottom shortly, or the pivot point on the bear flag. So we're talking about 406 really is the test of if this daily flag is going to be an aggressive mover. Yeah, well, generally, okay. So I look at the trade. So let's go back. So I put my anticipated price in when it was at 2046, right? So it's breaking this little channel, and I was willing to take that 7 point risk on my first move, right? So I mean, if it broke this channel and it went back up here, then it's no good. And really, I'm looking at it when it's right in the middle of the channel. I'm thinking, yeah, this should close out on the reversal. So, but my initial stop went in over here. Now, when this thing ripped and I was up $200, I just squeezed my stop down to the middle of the channel, and then it kept running. And I should hit the recording on this. It kept running, and I was out at about $13 right there, right about here. Before it even retraced, I took my first one off there. So, and then I'm just squeezing my stop. I mean, by the time I got down here, my stop was at a break even. I wasn't pulling them off, but I'm certainly not willing to take a loss on this trade after such a nice move. And now I'm still in with one unit. So yeah, my stop's sitting here. Yeah, I think I could see another 10 points from here, 4,000, or even further. I mean, we just triggered that daily bear flag on the futures, and we're at the pivot low of 828, which is 675. So, and that's what we're testing right now, right? That's the test of a flag. Like, if it could break that pivot, it's going to keep running. So I'm leaving one unit to figure all that shit out, and I got the second unit out around 8, so I got out probably right around there, around 862. So I mean, you're talking about 12 points, so that's $600 a contract on that. I mean, today's a nice day. So I didn't break my balls or squeeze out that initial trade, that first trade where I made $100 a contract. But here it is. I didn't lose any money. I made $100 a contract. I waited a little bit and I got the nice trade that triggered. And now I'm making some serious dough me. Okay, Tommy. So I just read your question. Does the color matter on single patterns? There are a lot of guys that, that's a matter of rules, right? A hammer is a hammer. It doesn't matter if the body's green or yellow. A hammer is a hammer. Yeah, a green or red. But a lot of guys won't trade the hammer unless it's green. Which, if it's green, you already see that the Bulls have won that bar. It's a hammer. But even if it's red, it's still a hammer, right? The Bears pushed that bar all the way down. The Bulls pushed it all the way back up, created that hammer. It's still a hammer. But a green hammer is much more enticing. I can understand that theory. But that doesn't negate my view of the hammer. A lot of guys won't trade a red hammer. And, just like my stops and my how I squeeze my stops and move to break even, and even my trades with my units. So I'm going to squeeze my stop now. I have my last unit at a break even. I'm going to squeeze it now down to here. I don't want to go here because it's choppy and it can knock us out. But, I'm trying to get to that 4,000. I'm trying to get to that 4,000. I got another trade I got to look at here. It's having a hard time getting past that, see? And it looks like that 1 minute might build might be building a oh, what the fuck is that? Yeah, that's the one, man. See, my software glitched and I just missed the fucking trade. That's on another strategy, not really something I'm sharing with you guys yet. Why the fuck didn't it do it over here? All right. Okay, we'll see if that happens. So, yeah, it looks like we might be setting up a head and shoulders right here. Well, there's just a 30-second chart. That's a little silly. That's good for the entry, but we can manage it over here. The 5's still very bearish. We're oversold. You see those red indications down there? We're oversold. Probably going to consolidate a little bit here. How low did we go? Probably should have just fucking taken that and walked away. 404. That's close. That's close. If we held this, I think we could see 397 on this trade. Well, 3,976 is actually what I'm looking for. Hey, dumb question. Okay, they're coming for stops. I wish I could get the time remaining on the candlesticks like you. I like that feature. Been looking for it on Toss. Yeah, I forget what it's called. Yeah, I like that too. Time remaining in bar. That's how they title it here. Um, but yeah, I like that feature because if you're trading 30-minute charts, if if the bar doesn't turn around after the 15-minute mark, then it's probably going to keep going. At least that's been my observations in the past. All right, so I'm 2 off right now, and we've got one more going. And that was a pretty good trade. What a drag. I didn't record that trade. I wanted to record the trades. Fuck. All right. Well, no. I guess I could go back and scam it. I'm going to stop it here, start it again, stop it. So I guess I can go back through it and cut it out of the stream. Okay. I got to write a punch list, man. Lean back on my aviation days. Say hi to everything. Be right back in meeting. All right. Yeah, Toss needs that. We're bouncing at the Sunday to Monday low. Say hi to everyone for me, Tom. I guess you're watching the futures, right, Anth? And if you're going to get into futures, go to Ninja Trader, man. The margin requirements are low. They're a little expensive for their software, but their software is good. But their margin requirements are really low. I think you need like $500 a contract. So it's the 828 low we're looking for. Looks like the Russell's finding a bottom. Looks like Composite's finding a bottom. We might bounce off of this. Actually, I'm going to close out here my last contract, and I'm going to look for another setup. I think we're going to do a little retrace. What time is it? 9 o'clock. We're probably getting a midday reversal right here. So I'm taking it right here. I mean, that's 2 units at 600 a contract. I really can't argue with that. Oh, and I got to, okay, I still have an hour and a half. I got to remember that. I better set an alarm. I'm going to miss that meeting. And then I'm going to have a Chinese chick ripping me an ass. No, 82 degrees out there already at 10 o'clock. Damn. Well, that's about as warm as it's going to get. Oh, and it looks like it's going to start raining. Yep. Yeah, and so yeah, you don't have to worry about the trading day trading regiment. I'm watching for a break of that low. I mean, every market is setting up exactly the same way. You once, twice, three times a lady. Mm-hmm. Mm. Come on, bitch. Got the air conditioner going. It's a hot day. Wow. Feels like my internet access is crazy slow. So I'm back in the trade. Getting overextended. I'm taking one off. Come on, there you go. All right, I got one off. I got two riding. I'm leaving my stop where it is. So the question is, how negative can this get? I wanted to see that 39.75 number. Come on, don't kick back on me. That's why I'm cheesy. Cheesy like Monday morning. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, I thought I was going to get popped out. It looks like it's putting in a Head and Shoulders. So, I have my stop up here, but I'm going to breaking that trend line. I'm going to take my loss. Still got 2 units on. I got 1 off. We're still trending down, so I could be comfortable with the trade. I mean, my money's in on the first move. 5 minute, you could see, went back into fair value, so it could give us another leg down. That composite looks like it's it looks like it might be putting in a trend reversal. We'll see. If I get a double bottom, I'll pop out. Just watching the trade. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. Quiet. But I am about the trading and not the entertaining. I wanna be high. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what are we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna take me out. I can't even tell what color that is. It's still green. She's still green. It ain't easy being green. What time is it? So we're at the time for the mid-session reversal. Amazon's looking rather heavy. The Russell's looking heavy. S&P's looking heavy. Composites looking heavy. I think we're going down to that 39.76 target I got. Yeah. There she goes. Still got 2 units on. I'm looking for 39.82 to take my second off. Or thereabouts. But that 5 minutes looking rather bullish, bearish. Oh shit, I didn't record this trade either. Jesus Christ. Oh, getting overextended. Let's see what the 5 minutes is. I'm taking one off right here. I mean, that was a $700 contract move. I'm going to take my last one off at that 82. It's just that 2 minute keeps getting pretty overextended. It looks like it's going to bounce back. No bars close over the 0 line today. I don't understand, what that means. Yeah, baby. I'm taking it off right here. I'm taking my last one off right here. That's it. I'm out. Yeah, baby. $900 a contract on that last one, huh? Whew. Yeah, today was a good day, man. I thought it was going to be a choppy, lousy day with that first trade, but the 2 second trades made some crazy money. I mean, I didn't average it out, but we peaked out at 750 a contract and 900 a contract. You know, 750 was the max on the first, the second trade, and 950, 900. Damn, I wish I recorded those. All right, more trades coming. So I hope everybody traded with me, and some people took those trades. Shameless plug. Subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. I appreciate all that. If you made some money with the channel, support the channel, baby. We got a Patreon link down there. We got a PayPal link. No reason why anybody can't throw a couple of bucks. Buy us a beer. Get us a camera. You didn't take that trade? Okay, cool. I'm glad you're doing well in MU. So you're trading live now, Tommy, I guess. You're trading money. Because I know last time we were streaming, I think you were still paper trading. Swing, is that swing trades or swing thing? Opened a new bearish position on a ATM contract, at the money contract. No, still paper. All right, I respect your discipline, but it seems like you're really getting a handle and knowing what you're doing, and kind of developing your style. So yeah, go, man, go until you. I blew up my account on one stupid AMC trade. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. AMC. All right, yo, dude, you got to have those. You know, I promise you, there are a lot of bodies in my wake. You know, and I mean, we could all tell those stories. But yeah, dude, no get rich quick. Just get rich. Yeah, you blew up your $2,000 account 3 times. Yep. I mean, yo, there isn't a guy out there who can't tell that story. And really, I mean, you know, there's a little cliche that you're not really a broker till you lose $1,000,000, or you're not really a trader till you lose $1,000,000. So it doesn't have to be all at once, but over a period of time. I don't know if you were looking at my morning meeting, but I was watching Tesla on the daily to break that support, and it looks like it's getting ready to break that support. And I could see Tesla around 250. It's about 30-point move if anybody has an interest in that. We're right on top of the support I was looking for, the target on the S&P. I did what Dave normally does, which is pull the trigger quick. But really, we're like 2 points off of it. I'm not too upset. I think I was at around 85. That's cool. I'll take it. All right, Spider Monkey. You should have had a pretty good lesson today. You know, just keeping an open mind, watching the market, play the market. And yeah, you know, if you stuck to rules and didn't jump into a trade because you assumed it was going to be an up day, and waited for a confirmation and a setup break to the upside, you shouldn't have gotten hurt today. So today should be a tuition-free education day for you. I'm liking it. I'm liking what I see. So this is like a 50% retracement. Actually, let me swing this biatch up here. So low to high, we're right on the 50% mark. I mean, we can go as low as as 61%, and that's really what the market's been representing these days. So that's possible. I mean, if you guys were watching my video throughout the summer and back in June, I was talking about this line here, which is the actual trajectory of the market before that ridiculous run up after the pandemic. And we didn't. Everybody's calling for a very low low. I was thinking 3,300 was even possible, but we started talking about we're going to watch the behavior around this line, and you could see that the market changed its attitude once we hit that line, then respected it a few times and took the move off. I'm hoping that it's not going to go back to that line. I was expecting that it stayed around here and then just followed this line up for the rest of the year. It may still do that. I would hate to see it shoot up here and then come back down. That's going to be a lot of hurt for a lot of people for a long time. But this is the high of this trajectory. Blah, blah, blah. So of this trend, right? This is the high of the trend. This is the mid of the trend. So we're back at the high of the proper trend, and we'll see how we behave here. We may start consolidating along this line. That wouldn't be too bad. Maybe consolidate along this line, then come back down and ease into this over here, or find a range. So there's a lot of probabilities or possibilities. I'm looking for a lower low, and I'm thinking we go up and take out the 4,400. Everybody talks about September being a rough month, but it's been an unusual season. Usually the markets are dead during the summer, and we don't have this sort of volatility. So I wouldn't look wholeheartedly at the seasonality of things going into September. This may be the influence of it, but I think that there won't be a lot of conviction on that seasonality. Did you take a trade, Spidey Cool? Did you take a bullish trade? You can be real. That's all right. We've all done it. Oh, yeah, this baby just keeps moving down, too. Let's take a look, see what the weeklies look like they're setting up. Obviously, it's too soon, but can't even see it. Yeah, baby. See, this is what I want to see. Actually, this would be low enough. Next week, I'd like to see a hammer in this next week, maybe down to the 3,900. And this is a trend reversal pattern, and that's what I want to see. You could see the downtrend in the weekly right here, and then when we hit this interesting trend line, the attitude changed, and we ended that downtrend. We could arguably say that the downtrend in the weekly has ended, but what's the next move? Consolidation, or trend reversal? We don't know. It could be a little consolidation and then it continues, or it could create a trend reversal. So we'll have to let it lay out and play out, but we can't really call it a trend reversal until it makes a higher low, and then it doesn't confirm until it makes a higher high, and then we say, okay, we've just seen a trend reversal. And that's what I'm watching for. And that's how I'm doing like my midterm trade, with that in mind. Yeah, baby. What is lower low? I don't really know how to respond to just two words. All right, I'm just going to run away from the mic for 2 minutes, hang out, watch this thing tank. I'm out of it. I'm leaving all that on the table. I didn't think it'd be that aggressive. I'm back. Ah, Spidey. Yeah, man, blow up your account. I mean, everybody tells that story. So, yeah, you went bullish and then rolled around. All right, good, good, good. Yeah, that's a good end, or a good angle that you're willing to change your sentiment. And look, in an active market, I could be bearish and bullish all in the same day. I mean, that's what short-term trading is. But yeah, your long-term views are different than your short-term views. S&P's taking a little. I mean, composite's taking a little rebound right here. Yeah, this baby is just melting. So, I made a little money in that directional, but I'm not lamenting it because I have a midterm trade or a swing trade that is short, and yeah, that baby's making money right here. So I didn't really have to take the risk to try to get this whole run, although it would have been nice. But you can see we keep giving oversold indications. I mean, it's already 15 points I left on the table. But this is an overshoot, in my opinion, based on the technicals. So it's not really, what I'm looking for. But we may be heading down to the 48 mark. That'd be very aggressive for today. When did I get that trade off before? Oh, I did get that trade off. I'll be a monkey's uncle. Oh, man. I'm making money without knowing. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, okay, that's cool. That should be open. Let's see, order status. Yeah, baby. Today's the 30th. Yeah, boy. I didn't even realize I got this trade off like by the skin of my teeth. I guess the market probably bounced up and I got hit on this trade and then turned right around. That was like a sweet one. I'm just logging what I did today right now. How many did I do? Oh, that's it. Oh, poor Dave. Went too conservative. It's all right. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, it's today. All right, good. Mm-hmm. Oh, but I don't even have those listed. Oh, I know why. Now, you know what? That one. That one we could leave. Today's the 30th, right? Yeah, that trade is a fucking winner. Ah, that's funny. I ask you guys if today's the 30th. Like, you're gonna poor highs, poor lows. Blew up my account. Everything come out all right. You don't look at points of control or value areas when trading. Well, you know what? I don't know what your definition is. I probably look at the same thing and define it differently. Um, yeah, and I mean, there's 1,000 ways to trade. And they're all right as long as you have good risk management. So, yeah, I'm not looking at I mean, ultimately, everybody's looking at the same thing. They're just looking at it maybe a little differently, using different using different indicators and things like that. But I mean, it's really just price action. It's all the same shit. You know, you have expansion, you have contraction, you have consolidation. All the same shit. So what do I got here? I got 2 nightmares and a whole bunch of winners. But these are good values, so we'll leave them the fuck alone. All right, sorry, I'm quiet. I thought they were broadly accepted terms. Points of control. It could be pivot points. I mean, it's not part of the verbiage that I use, but I'm sure there's a widely recognized trading philosophy that incorporates those terms. But it just it depends on what kind of theories you're following. And I'm not here. I don't master everybody's trading theories. I mean, if you go out there and you try to learn everybody's how everybody trades, then it's like trading every market or every equity. I mean, I when you say points of control, I mean it could be what people are defining pivot points. It could be what people are defining consolidation. And what makes up consolidation. When you see a pivot point, it's a high and a low, and you see a change in volume. When you see a consolidation, it's an area where there's a high volume of trading. So it's a matter of how you're looking at it. I mean, I watch consolidation and I see it for price action, which is consolidation, and that's how I trade it. So, yeah, again, I'm sure it relates to what different indicators you're looking at. And you know what? One way is no better than the other, other than how it affects the individual. So, if you're more comfortable with whatever indicates a point of control, then that's the place to trade, or that's the way to trade. So I'm looking at this, and I got out around 85, called it a game, and the market came down a considerable amount after that to 67, and now we're back up around my exit area. So in my mind, I'm saying, okay, that was a good exit area. And the remainder was overshoot, and it would be nice to get that overshoot. But what you want to look at is, how much of that trade did I get? And when I evaluate my trades, I like to see that I get about 80% of the trade. And I was in at, I think, around 20. And it went as far as 60, so that's 40, that's 80 points. So let's see right here. I took, well, you know what? I could really say, because I hopped out, hopped back in. So let's say from here to here, well, we'll go backwards with it. Yeah, I got about 76% of that move. So I got to say that that's a pretty good fucking trade. Well, I'm sure based on the identify the as far as them being broadly accepted terms. I'm sure based on the indicators and the trading strategy, it's broadly accepted. I'm sure if somebody's trading in that fashion, using price action, volume, whatever it is, they'll probably refer to it as a control point, or whatever other terminology you used. But everybody isn't trading that way. You know what I mean? I mean, there are tons of different indicators and tons of different philosophies. So, but I'm sure it's all the same shit. I'm sure I could look at it and tell you how it is exactly what I'm doing. Maybe using a few different indicators. And honestly, without delving into it, I'm sure that it's trading congestion areas and breakouts and things like that. Just, using different indicators or looking at it differently. But it probably equates to congestion areas and breakouts. So then people are out there selling tons of different indicators and ways of looking at things to make money, because the trader themselves are not confident in what they're doing yet. And I mean, if you're confident in price action, you could trade And there's some guys that call it naked trading, where they don't use any indicators. They just go on price action. And they do very well. I mean, because they're just accustomed to reading price action. And if you could do that, then you'll see how all of these different philosophies and all of these different trading vehicles are the same thing. They're just telling you what the price action is. It's giving you another indication. Or like I've evolved it because I learned trading just on price action and then just complemented it with my Mac Daddy, and that's it. And that's really how I trade. And I see my resistance points, and I look at my clouds and stuff like that, and I get a general understanding of what the market is thinking. But my trading is price action, and that's all you need, really. There's no silver bullet. Yeah, support and resistance, which is congestion. Those are congestion areas, or consolidation, depending on who you're talking to. And then, even a pivot point on a 30-minute chart can be a consolidation on a 2-minute chart. But you're on the right track, man. I mean, you have a good understanding. I mean, I remember talking to you a year ago, and it's a lot different animal. But you always had a good feel for the market. You were just a little cowboy. See now that 39.85 area, this looks like it's becoming an important area. And we'll see what the market does at this point, if we're going to make another leg down or if we're going to do a return. I am starving. I'm so happy. I haven't been hungry in a long time. Been overeating a little bit. And Labor Day weekend, I'm looking forward to that, man. I think everybody's going to be up here. That should be nice. Should be nice. I got a nice chicken. I'm going to roast a chicken. I think I'm going to raise some ducks this season. I want to take a duck with me. I'm going to train it. I'm going to have an attack duck. Yeah, the Mac Daddy is a good indicator. But you know what, man? They're all good indicators. As long as you're accustomed to them, you know how to use them, and that's it. I mean, I've been using the Mac Daddy for so long that it just tells me what I need to know, and I'm accustomed to it. And I see how it works with the market and how the market reacts when the Mac Daddy's at different areas. That and my value. I got to think of a name for this thing, but the indicator that tells me if I'm oversold or overbought. I mean, that's a great one too. That gives me a good indication. Like I could argue that this is a double top right here. I'll wait for that bar to get overextended, and then, I could see a break below this low, and it moves down. That's a pretty good indicator. But only because I've been watching it for so long, I know what I'm looking for, And I remember when the Mac Daddy was very confusing to me. And then there are people who trade like the crossovers on the fast and slow line of the Mac Daddy. They try to use indicators for entry, and I don't believe in that. So look, this is kind of telling me that this is a double top because I'm getting extended again up here. But I'm not seeing a roll on my Mac Daddy. So I'll watch that. But if it breaks this low, then I'll know that's a good double top, and I could take a short right there. Not that I'll take that. I don't know if it'll move that much. I see a lot of dudes do that. When you see the Mac Daddy, the fast line cross over the slow line, that's when you go short. And then when it crosses over the long, you go long. And yeah, that might work over the long run. You better be able to capitalize that program. So that futures daily is looking interesting. We had that trigger of the bear flag, and we had the run down, man. So this is a real successful bear flag. But now it looks like it's run its race. So we may go into consolidation for the rest of the week. And again, we have non-farm, and shit tends to slow down during non-farm. Nope, I'm hitting the wrong keys. Too funny. I have like 2 keyboards, a couple of mouses, tons of screens, and I'm always hitting the wrong keys. You could program hotkeys to execute trades, and I just never do that, man, because I'm always hitting the wrong keys. So I got that 240 micro trend that I pointed out to Spidey Baby, and if you take a look back on that bad boy, I mean that was a fucking ringer. You would have been in this at on the futures at 41.75, which is pretty much where we caught it in today. But I mean, if you just played that 240 chart, your stop would have been at 40.72. You would have entered at 41 at 41. So I mean, you're talking about $1,500 of contract risk, but the payoff was down to the low of 39.68. I mean, even if you just got out here, it's a 2-to-1 risk reward. It would have been a very sensible trade. And it looks like it's putting in a trend reversal. So I think this is the extent of the move down. Well, I mean, obviously that 240 bar is going to have to close to really assess this, but could be a trend reversal. I mean, we definitely have a bullish divergence from the MACD. I mean, the low, we made a much lower low on the price action, but the MACD low is much, much higher. Let's see if it represents in this software as clearly. Yeah, the ticks are not as accurate, but it's there nonetheless. So I don't know if everybody recalls, but this is what I represented this morning. Here's the micro trend reversal, the reverse micro trend, and you can see the break of the line. We came back, whipped back on it a little bit, but that's the trade right there. That's why I was feeling bearish, because a reverse micro trend is a pretty accurate setup. The probabilities are pretty good when you see that in a move down. You see that reverse microtrend. Probabilities are that it's going to continue, and that's what it's called. It's a continuation pattern, and you could see the inflection in the histogram, right? You could see where the histogram started to ease back a little bit and then got aggressive again. So that's a good indication that we're going down. So this 240 MACD chart is not showing me the possible trend reversal. That's interesting. I just want to see, maybe the settings are different on this one. No, the settings are the same. I think it's the time frame. Yeah, I've got 10 240 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got twice the 240 bars on the other one. I don't know what this data is actually showing on this software. I got to drill down into this thing. Style data. Think, what do we got? We got 240 trades back 30 days. Bars, apply time-based range settings to all data. Let's get rid of that. No, that didn't do it. Hmm. But it's putting in a bit of a hammer on the 240s, which is pretty interesting. Yo, you need to get the kid be the trader. Get that kid be the trader to get you on his channel. I think that could really help your channel a lot. That dude is doing pretty good. Interview all these big traders. Um, yeah, I'll give it a shot. I don't know if that's really where my interest lies. I'm still thinking this thing through. I mean, I don't know if I want to become part of the YouTube trader community. I mean, I'm a trader and I like sharing what I'm doing, hanging out with people. Yeah, and it kind of attracts the people that I like to hang out with. When I first started my investment bank, I had a very modest office. We were in Manhattan. It was really small. It wasn't done up at all. Yet, when you walked in, you walked into a real small reception area. And we did nothing to make it look good. I mean, there were boxes. I mean, you thought you were walking into a boiler room. And then you walked into the trading floor, and it was just a simple, white walls, in a hardy industrial carpet, and a shitload of tables everywhere with a bunch of lunatics screaming into the phone. And if you were the right personality, that turned you on. If you were the wrong personality, it turned you off. And that kind of theory really helped me build some real heavy hitter brokers. Yeah, because they weren't into the pomp and circumstance, man. They were about the money and the energy. And that's what they felt when they came in. And it was like when you look at somebody, if they're meant to be, and if they should be with you, if they're like a Merrill Lynch broker, And I mean, it was just so accurate, and I never had to chase anybody away. Yeah, you looked at the person, you said, "Yo, we'll never see that guy again," and you don't. And the person that we would never see again was not the person who would have succeeded. You got to be an animal. And all these people are looking for the niceties, and that's really what those trading channels attract. That kind of mentality, that kind of personality. You need to be utilitarian to hang out with me, but I think you need to be utilitarian to make money in this industry or with this trade. And you got to realize that 90% of the people who start this fail. So if you can make money at this, you're in the 10%. That's not all over the channel. Those channels are entertainment, if you ask me. So anyway, yeah, I'll talk to a few people who do my promotion. I mean, they do that shit to me too. They're like, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, and they're right as far as YouTube goes. I mean, they're right, but I gotta be me. Mm-hmm. So the question in my mind is, oh shit, what time is it? Oh, I gotta go, girls. Um, yeah, I got about 3 minutes. I should put some clothes on. I'm like sitting here without my shirt. Unshaven. Wow, I really got to get a haircut. Hanging out up in the mountains. I just don't bother. I'm going to look like a real hermit by the time this winter's over. And I'll be pale. All right, that's the sign. I gotta go. So hey, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. There's a couple of avenues down there that you can make contributions to the channel. Help me keep this thing going. All your comments are appreciated. In the next 3 minutes, what's the meaning of life? The meaning of life is, or at least you understand life, when you plant a shade tree that you will never sit under. So that being said, I appreciate everybody stopping in with me, and keep it up. I hope you all made money. Share the wealth, and good luck with your trades.